Queen.
Hey.
So, some of you may know Jasmine Sullivan is back with a new album.
Yeah.
So, there's one of the songs that have been getting some feedback from people, and I want to hear your thoughts on it. It's not even a song, it's actually a skit that's on the album. So, the skit is called Donna's Tales. I don't know if any of you heard it yet. I'm going to play it. We're going to listen to it. I'm going to get your feedback. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Ready.
Women think, and I'm gonna say this through my experiences, right? Women think, oh no, I don't trick, I don't hold, I don't do none of that shit. Bitch, every time you sleep with, even if you're married, you have a trick in your fucking marriage. You have sex because you know your husband is gonna give you what the fuck you want the next day. Girl, I gotta give him something so I can get this. No, you fucking old. She right about it. She right about it. She right about it. It's not fucking real. She right about it. We don't want to do that. This shit fucking real. You fucking your husband so you can get what the fuck you want. She's wrong. She's right about that. That's true. That's right. That's true. That's right. That's true. We straight. I like the last case. I got plenty of old days. Which I put on the yes. I'm taking it 18 years. What you want, Dad? What you want mommy to do? Because I know on the other side of that, I'm going to get what the fuck I want. And I'm almost did it too. Yes. And they don't have no
So, did you all hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhat.
So,
I just know the main objective is like, she's pretty much saying, even if you're married and you're screwing your husband, it's like you're still tricking because you want something for it. So that's why you're giving it to him. And that's what she's saying?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So, what are your, I'm not going to say my feedback on this. I want to hear your feedback on that, and I'll chime in after.
What about the married ones? We should ask the married ones.
Yeah, I was voting for them to go first too.
Danny, JoJo, Danny.
Yeah, Shammy, you want to go first?
JoJo, she was saying, you know, when you want something, like for single girls, if you're screwing somebody, like you're screwing your man or whoever, you're screwing them because you want to get something out of it. So she was like, the same as it applies. You're still tricking even if you're married. You're screwing your husband because you want something out of it. And let's say you want something. Let's say you want the next Louis Vuitton bag, and you know if you giving him the D all week, or you going down all week, and you ask him, or during, that's the best time to ask when you're doing it. So,
During what?
During
quarantine or what?
Intercourse.
I just want to hear it.
When you're having intercourse, it's the best time to ask questions, especially when you want something that you want.
That's the case when they get married, or
if you want to call it tricking, you want to call it whole, it is what it is. It's the name for everything. People want to put a name on everything. It is what it is. But hey, I mean, it's whatever. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't give it up. Be like, oh, you know what? I want to go, or I want to get my hair done. Let me go give him some.
Oh yeah.
Do it yourself.
Would be. I don't think she means it like that though. When you was listening to it, she's just pretty much saying in general. Like if there is a time, we cannot even say there is a time in life where we screw someone, whether it was your husband, your boyfriend, whatever, because you probably wanted something, knowing maybe that's what it is. But the way I don't like the fact that the way she's giving the label out as what she said. What she said?
Tricking.
Call them tricking. I'm like, well, why was that considered to be tricking? Is what I want to know.
I ain't never did I give up the goods because I want him to give me something, to buy me something, to take me somewhere. Not never. No, I've gave up the goods because I was probably vulnerable when I was younger and I felt like I was being used, or I gave up the goods because my goodies was like, we want some goodies. But as far as me giving it up, talking about, I gave up the goods for this.
Right.
I'm going out tonight. Let me hit him off so he be good. And then I'm going out to my party, right? But as
Right.
far as me talking with her, nah, bruh. Or this, yeah, talking, but not,
Gotcha.
And if
I
somebody
think
who
when I was
sees this
younger, for
video
sure.
says she lying, call him and ask him.
Now you right. Honestly, when you put it in that,
Okay.
I think you're right. I've never really, it never crossed my mind as in I'm gonna have sex to have something.
So
So just have sex to have
Right.
sex.
I have a
Yes,
question.
but during, however, I feel like there's times during you can easily get what you want because you're on that, and that's a
Right.
great time to ask for certain things, and you might get
That's
it. But to be like, oh, to plan it out, like, no, that's
yeah, that,
Only thing I ask for when I'm getting it is you better hurry up and get yours because I'm about to be done.
Indeed.
So
Absolutely.
I did have a question based on what you said, Danny. You said if I'm going out, you give it to him so he's good. What do you mean in that sense? Like, so he don't bother you? Like, what do you mean by
If I was going out to like a party,
Mhm.
it probably won't happen before, but I know when I get home, he's gonna want some. Whether we went out together or I went on my own, it was just like, all right, you back? I don't know. I don't know if it's like,
The deal.
yeah, seals the deal or a seal of approval or, all right, let me put my grade A stomp on this because she was out. I don't know what it is, or they just feel we was out, and I come back and I want some like that's his dessert. Mine is cheesecake and his is,
Yeah.
some cakes.
Your cake.
For a single woman, do you think that any of us have done that or would do that?
Nah.
Absolutely not.
I would do it.
And it's also the way she set it up. It's like everybody's on a mission. There's never been a time where it's like, yes, I'm on a mission. I'm gonna do this on Tuesday.
Right.
That's what she said.
What?
He said she will do
I
it. Did
Missed
y'all hear
that
that?
part.
I would do it.
Okay,
I
reason to.
would.
So what would
Okay.
you do it
I'm not
for?
gonna
What would you
lie.
do it
Why would
for,
I
sis?
lie? I can't.
What
I'm
would
not
you do it
gonna
for?
lie. I would do it.
What would
If
you
I
do
know
it
you're
Scenario,
for?
give us a
gonna be
scenario.
down, yeah.
Name your price. What you giving it up for, sis?
Can you clear my debt?
Seriously.
Y'all see that video of the girl from Love and Hip Hop who was giving head and she was choking on it and she was like, I gets my bag because I wanted him
What?
to open my business.
No.
About
And
that.
then she had a whole
Send the video, Danny.
About it.
Huh?
Send the video.
Yeah, you think I got that on my phone?
I thought you probably saw it like on.
No, I seen it, but it wasn't on my phone. But she was
I
giving
heard about it. I didn't see her doing it, but I heard that like her
at the end of the video, she's all sweaty and
that's a different video.
and he was like, yeah. So she came back on like the next day or whatever, talking about, yeah, I got my bag, I gets my bag and this, that, and the third, and y'all girls do it for free. He's opening
her storefront she wanted.
yes, her storefront. And I was like,
Ooh, which
so
one?
Girl, what girl is this?
Yeah, but then a month later, she gave an entire apology video. She lost, I think she's trapped in it. She's talking about how she's depressed. She signed a shitty contract for wherever she was and she couldn't get out of it. And that was her way to make money. But she hated that. She wants to be erased from the internet now after she did all that.
she was on Love and Hip Hop Miami.
But that just sets the trend of who
So-
she chose. If that was her choice, fine. But it's who she chose. Why is he recording it?
Right.
Oh wow.
Once something gets a quid pro quo.
And that's probably why, like, I've known girls who be like, yeah, girl, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third, and he's gonna give me money, or go do this to him because he got money. So growing up hearing those things, that kind of puts you in the mind frame like, I'm not doing that. When you see people, oh yeah, girl, I did this, that, and the third, he gonna let me drive his car. You giving up your body for that, something that you can acquire on your own, like that's all you worth. Now, people probably watching and talking about, yeah, right, she probably did this and the third. Yeah, no. Because you're nasty and you did it, it doesn't mean everybody has done it. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes everyone different. Not everyone needs to give it up for that. There's gold up in these hills right here, right here. So, you know, I've taught my daughters like that. Like, no, I don't sell this for material things. No,
But
you can't put no price.
technically, you're selling it without selling it.
I ain't selling shit.
No, I'm not saying it, because men, they want it and then they're gonna do for it.
But
you're not selling it.
I'm in control. I'm not saying here now what you giving me.
No, I'm not saying it that way.
So how are you saying it?
I'm saying it, men, not saying that you're gonna give it up and then you ask for something or whatever. To them, you're giving it up and they're automatically gonna give it because that's what they know, that's what to do. You see what I'm saying? Like
an even exchange?
Pretty much.
All right,
Without saying it, there's no words like you're this, you're that, or anything like that. They're doing it because they're their husband. So guess what? Like, dang, that's my wife. I'm gonna get her this. Just because she done gave me some head. But
or
you know what I mean?
or can it also be just because she cooks? You know what I'm saying? She take care of the house. She a good woman.
Just for that.
Right. But it doesn't, see, everybody puts a price tag of just the sex. Because if that's the case, as good as my sex is, I should be a real wealthy motherfucker. Literally, I'm a mother and I'm a fucker. And I should be a wealthy one at that. Right? But, you know, I don't have a price tag on it, so I'm not getting no cash for it. And I'm not doing it for something in return. Well, the return is me getting off.
Well,
but you understand what I'm saying, right? So
when you're married, I think it's different opposed to when you're just dating and you just want to get yours or you want to get something out of it. With when you're like you're in a relationship and at the end of the day you want to be pleased, you want to please your spouse. So you're gonna do what you're gonna do, and whatever it is, however you want to compliment each other by giving a gift, by taking them out, is just reciprocating. All sex, cleaning, love, taking care of kids, right. All reciprocation. But like that girl said, I didn't even know she said going on a mission. That's just, I didn't.
That's
really
a whole different thing.
Yeah, that was too much.
You doing that?
I guess.
I didn't really hear what she was saying, but that's a little bit too much.
It's her choice of words. It's because she used the word tricking. And kind of like a trigger word. So everybody's just like, tricking? What you mean?
We ain't tricking.
You know? But I think it also depends on if you choose to value sex or not. You know? If you choose to put a price tag on it, then that's up to you. Maybe the people who are putting a price tag on it looking at us like we stupid. You know? Like, you know? Maybe, and you know, to each their own, because they're choosing what. I'm not going to value sex in the sense of like, oh my goodness, like I need to keep it so precious, like, you know,
sacred.
If he wants it and he's going to pay for it, I'm going to take the money. Oh, well, just to play devil's advocate, but you know.
No, I get it. But why always label something? Why?
Because
that's
society.
Because people need to identify with something. That's what it is. They need to be able to identify with something. So if you put a label on it, you could say, oh, this is XYZ, you know? So tricking.
You know what? I take it back.
Look how upset we got when the girl said tricking. Like, if she would have used a different word.
But why call, why? But I feel like
that label is triggering.
Us females put females more down, I feel like men do. And it's just like, why?
I don't think it's putting anybody down. It's because there's a negative connotation to the word tricking.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
Who actually gets mad money.
She didn't have to use that word tricking, but she make it seem like, okay, this is what it is. It could be anything. Why it has to be, my point is, why females, especially females, we have a label. Why can a female do what they want to do and let it be what it is? why it has to be
Society.
you know?
I came to you and I said, check this out, yo, I got 50 grand for dancing. I could be like, what?
What? Where? I want to go to.
Right? And then what if I said I was dancing on a
I'm like,
okay,
You
hold
got
up.
$50,000?
It's the way it's the way it's like being interpreted. Like, you know, like, dancing. I'm dancing. I'm tricking. Okay. It's just a word, you know?
No, I think it's the way because girls trick on guys. He be like, yo, I just went over, and did this to Shorty. She about to buy me a new Canada Goose. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it really goes both ways.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not buying you nothing because your dick ain't worth it like that.
Because it's also about making sure that you don't feel like you were taking advantage of. So if I feel getting money for it, then it's like a win-win. Like you getting yours and I'm getting mine too. You know?
It's how you finesse it. It's how you finesse it.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
I'm
like,
just
I want all
thinking,
that
I
shit
remember
anyway.
when I was younger, I know if I fuck my ex, he gonna buy me something if I ask him the following week, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've all done it. Don't judge me, okay?
Yeah.
No judgment at all.
Like, damn, we sleeping together 2 times a week, but he wants to sleep together 4 times a week. I know if I up it up 2 days, I'm gonna get those pair of shoes I want. Let me rock out for 2 months solid on 4 days. Then you know what I'm saying? Like, we think about these little things, but we might not be saying it out loud. And then we run to our friends like, yo, I got a pair of shoes. They're gonna be like, girl, your boo got your pair of shoes. I'm like, yep. But in our heads, we think about all that crap we had to do up in 2 days just to get these shoes when we wasn't really think, like, what?
Yeah,
I get what you're saying. It's a word.
I've never done that. That's exactly what I'm saying. And I understand where you're coming from, Cheryl. And I'll be like, I hear that. Do you, boo? But I'm just saying, as far as me, that I've never done. You know what I'm saying? And I don't say it to be like, oh, I'm better than that. I'm just saying, I just never did it. Because my mother used to tell me, you don't ask a guy to buy you nothing. Anything you want, you get it on your own. I'll get it for you.
That's right.
You know, I was a broke bitch for a long time. But I just didn't do it. I never felt as though it could have been my self-esteem. It could have been my low self-esteem, or I didn't think maybe whatever they wanted to do was too much. And I just wasn't willing to do that. But
so you know how they talk about personality types. We're looking at females, what if all of the females who openly acknowledge that like exchange of goods as they're just takers and the women who don't are givers? Yeah, what y'all think about that? If you eliminate the other title, instead of tricking, all right, this person just a taker and this person's a giver. Just to make it a little like to not identify with something negative or positive.
Yeah. Same.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Lala, what you think?
No, I can agree. So my opinion on it. So just so I could go back to what she said, it was you have sex because you know your husband is gonna give you what you want. And she also said, we've all tricked, we've all done it, whether you call it tricking or hoeing. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah. So, but at the end of it, she does say it again. As far as tricking, she used the word tricking a lot. But in my understanding is basically we're doing it for our husbands to please them, to make them happy, and they buy us something. I don't think that men, especially your husband or someone you're seriously in a relationship with, is gonna buy you something just to buy you something because you put it on them the night before. They're gonna buy it because they appreciate you. They want you happy. The same way you may not have wanted to have sex that night, but you knew that he wanted to be happy, so you had sex with him just to make him happy, so you can go to sleep. Like Danny, I've never done that. I never felt like I needed to, but I can say like I might not have been in the mood, and he may have, and I'm like, all right, fine, like whatever, to make him happy and go back to sleep or whatever it is that I was doing. But if you really think about it, it's a give and take type of situation. Like you give when you're in a relationship, and you're not giving sex because you want to get something, but you still want to make your partner happy. And in the same retrospect, he's doing the same thing for you. Agree? Disagree?
Agreed.
I agree with that part.
Agree. 100%.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So in the end, you really are getting something. You're getting the piece.
You really are. You either getting your bills
So
paid.
it's the word.
We all know men thrive off of sex. That's one thing they gon'
Yes.
like. Let's say this, right? Right? You married to your husband and he pays the mortgage. He's paying most of the bills, right? So you stop giving him sex, right? What he becomes a very unhappy man. And guess where he gonna get it from? He gonna get it from somebody else, and he's gonna start paying somebody else's bills.
No, he gonna pay my bills too, or he gonna be homeless. Or I'm gonna take him to court, and I'm gonna get half.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, if you
Good.
like sex and you like tricking, like that button down below as well. Don't forget
Comment and subscribe.
Subscribe.